Dude, my neck, it just hurts so bad. I don't know what I did. I don't know what I did. It just hurts. It hurts a lot. Alrighty, let's get some music going. Ah, and look at the screen. No turning neck. We only. There we go. Michael, what's up, buddy? AK, how you doing, buddy? Try to not move our neck. We're gonna use the swivel on our chair to turn. I don't know what I did to my neck last night, but my neck hurts. Like, I can't turn to my right side. I think I pinched a nerve. I think that's what happened. I don't know how I did it, but whenever I turn my head to the right, like this intense pain just goes from like I don't know what muscle that is, but just comes up that muscle and then straight into the back of my head. It hurts so bad. Lawrence, what's going on, buddy? Bebop, morning. T-Cox, sup kite? Best way to spend my hour? That's what's up, man. Thank you very much, man. Let's actually move the chat down here so I'll be able to see it a little bit easier. Okay, there we go. Henrik, how you doing, buddy? Attila, I think that's how you pronounce it. What's up, buddy? How you doing, man? Dude, I think after this stream, I think I'm going to go to the mall and I'm going to get a massage. It's been like 2 years since I've gotten a massage, but dang, man, something happened. Pulled trapezoid? I don't know. I don't think I pulled it. I think I just pinched it. I think I either slept on it wrong or something, because it wasn't like that when I, new monitor, 65 inch. No, this is just a 1080p 24-inch monitor. Find a chiropractor. It's not like a spine problem. It's just the muscle. I don't think a chiropractor would help with that. F. Sani, what's up, man? Miro, what's going on? Jason, hello. Yeah, the new monitor I got, it's a 240 hertz 1080p, so it's not like crazy resolution, but it's 1080p. I would put the chart up on the 1440p screen, but if I have to continuously look up there, I'm just gonna hurt myself. So I'll wait a little bit longer until we get into price action. I'll let you guys know that this has not been my week, apparently. But we actually didn't fail last night. So last night before I went to bed, I did put in a long scalp, not a swing trade, just a long scalp right here off of this with my stop loss right below it. Because this one-to-one Gonfan has been the acting support for quite a while. And I went back to the drawing board after having so many fails with this particular pattern, because I'm not used to trading ascending wedges or descending wedges like this. This one was particularly much easier because you had one solid resistance the entire time that you could just take a short off of. This one was a little bit harder to spot, so I've taken a step back. I'm holding off on my swing trades right now because at this point I need to make the next trade count. I'm still well above, especially from this pattern over here and these couple of trades, but in particular, I need to just scalp trade this back and forth until an official breakout, either a break below the one-to-one Gonfan or a break above this one-to-one Gonfan from the previous pattern that has been the acting resistance. And when after that, we have about 2 trades set up. Okay, so these are the next 2 big trades that I'm looking at to really make up for the losses that I just incurred. Now, this scalp trade was an absolute hit. Okay, it really was. I took profit on it. I'm now scalp short, just with a entry right here and a stop loss right above. So I am scalp short. I'm just looking for it to either one, come back down to the one-to-one. We could get a bounce off of this macro Gonfan and have some continuation up to the upside. So the 2 trades that I'm looking at in particular going forward, and sorry I'm not looking at chat for just a second. I do want to kind of explain this before I get lost in the sauce. Is either a break above the 8-to-1 Gonfan. So we take an entry above it, stop loss below, and we're looking for 14K as a particular exit because that's our next macro. Obviously, we're going to have many steps in between. It's not going to be a straight shot from 11.2. Fishy. Fish. 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 You're fine. But it's not going to be a straight shot from 11.2 to 14K, obviously, but it should be a staircase pattern. Because if we do break the 8 to 1, our next macro is 14K. Otherwise, we will break the 1 to 1, and that trade will go something like this. We'll break it, I don't know when or where, but it should go something like this. We set our stop loss above, relatively. Now, obviously, you would want to get a little bit closer of an entry to get, I would say, around like 2.5 to 2% stop loss. And then you're looking for this as a particular target. Not only would the 0.5 line up pretty much exactly, I'm looking for it to drop down either 1 to around this target, depending on where it breaks out. This is the technical analysis target, not fib retracements, just simple technical analysis that basically everybody does. Either one, a bounce off the 2 to 1 Gon or even falling down further down towards the macro Gon, and particularly get a bounce off of that. We could see but depending on where we land, we could see a descending wedge and then a break to the upside again. Fishy, what are you doing? What are you doing? I think he needs to go outside. RSI sauna would be nice. Is this new pump your new basis for the next Gonfan? No, I don't think we've actually hit the top yet. So just going based off of this pattern right here. So inverse head and shoulder. With inverse head and shoulders, we have a shoulder, head, shoulder, and then we have an arm right here. So the length of the arm is actually the target. So if we take that to the very tippy top, and we take that to where we started this shoulder right here, that would say our top is somewhere around 10,673. So it's not that too far of a stretch to say that we still couldn't pump up to 10,673. We are still in the ascending wedge. We could still be pumping upwards. Just know that we're going to be getting squeezed the further we get up. And we should either one, break to the upside. This is all taking us up towards the 8 to 1 Gonfan. Either one, we will get a breakdown, and I would probably be looking to find support around 10,129, or break up to the upside and start trending up towards 14K. Give me 1 second, guys. I got to make sure that he did not go to the bathroom because I need to take him out in just a second. Give me 1 second. So, you guys want to hear what I sound like with a headset mic? It's such a difference. Okay, this makes me sound like an Xbox Live kid. All right, we'll go back to the regular mic. Alrighty. Stoyan, good to see you too, buddy. What's up, man? Hey, Kite, I was watching your Gonfan video. When you drew it on the daily BTC chart, I was wondering how I can draw it on a lower time frame, 2 hour, 1 hour, 15 minute. So it's all about finding previous pattern, breakout, and then a top, and then swing low or swing high, depending on if it's a bottom or top. So like right here, for example, we have a descending triangle. Ow, fish, don't make me turn like that. You're not allowed to chew on sandals. Ow, dude. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Fish, you gotta sit down because I can't be doing this today. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. I can't keep track of you. I can't turn my head that fast. Okay, so like right here, we have a descending wedge. We have a breakout to the downside. We had a bottom and then a swing high. So that would be a new set of Gon fans going forward. So now you're looking for this pattern to have a breakout to the upside, a top, and then a swing low. And you'll know if it's a swing high or swing low. We have not actually hit the top for this breakout. Now, it should have been around the 1.618, but it was not. And we are continuing a new pattern going forward. So we're still searching for that top. So that's why we have not drawn our upper Gon fans yet. Now, this is what feel like the bottom is, especially because the pattern is a ascending wedge right here. Now, that's why I have these Gon fans still enabled, because the 1-to-1 Gon fan was the acting resistance. I mean, pretty much the entire time through this uptrend. It really was. Every time we hit the 1-to-1 Gon fan, we got rejected. Right here, right here, right here, up here. We should get rejected again. And we're just looking for that 1-to-1 to hold as well. So I'm just waiting for a breakout from one side to the other. I'm not going to say we're going to the upside or we're going to the downside. I'm simply going to wait, see which side breaks first, take my position, set my stop loss, set up my targets, let it go through. Because I'm really tired of trying to guess this top because it's just not working out. It's much easier to guess the bottom in bull markets than tops. Just like over here, it was much easier to guess the tops than it was to guess the bottoms. So that going forward is just going to be kind of what I'm doing. Hopefully, the next pattern isn't quite as tricky, because this one I definitely did not see it forming until right about here. Once I saw this second, lip up, that's when I went ahead and drawn the ascending wedge. Yeah, I don't know if I slept on it wrong, but literally, if I turn my head to the right side, even like a tad bit, it hurts so much. I don't know what to do. I don't have any like Motrin or anything. Tons of music. I'm just gonna use my swivel on my chair so I don't have to turn my neck. Okay. All right, let me see if I missed any messages because I've just been kind of rambling. G Moneybags, what's up, man? Any pullback on ETH, maybe to 235. We'll look at ETH again. This is XRP, ETH. God dang. I am in actual pain, guys. I have not been in this much pain for a long time. Okay. Like I said yesterday, guys, it's just, yes, a pullback is possible, but I mean, we're on our way to our target on ETH. I mean, that's the relative target right here. We have an ascending triangle. That's our target. And this is just using simple technical analysis, no Gon friends or anything. So, yes, we can get a pullback. If you're trying to leverage trade this, I would not, because a safe stop loss is 20% away. And yesterday we talked about this. I think we were sitting right here, and somebody asked that, and I said, hey, we're about 25% away from our target. If you just bought ETH and held on to it, you would make a quite a good amount of money. Just don't leverage trade it. That's what I'm saying right now. Thank you, G Moneybags. It's not mine. I didn't make it. I mean, I kind of made the formula for it. I don't think I've ever seen anybody talk about that particular formula. But a guy named Cospower in my group, he made that Excel sheet. I used to know how to do Excel back in high school. I got my little Microsoft certification, but it just does not work anymore. I don't remember anything. Oh God, I don't know what to do in terms of fixing my neck. I think I just have to let it just do what it's got to do. Yeah, Tire Bomb works. I just don't have any, unfortunately. Yeah, I can link that chart. I can link the chart. Gotcha. Oh, I'm gonna cuss on live stream. Mom, if you're watching, just know I'm in pain. I can cuss. It's okay. And I don't mean to sound like a bitch right now, but it actually hurts. Usually, like, if I'm sick or something, like, I keep it on the low. Like, I don't try to, like, make it seem like, oh, feel sorry for me. No, this is painful. Ice, ice, baby. I think it's just a pinched nerve. That's what it feels like. Oh yeah, you're right. I should go to my mom's house again. My mom has lidocaine patches. What's the red and green indicator with the yellow line? Are you talking about these right here? Fish, you need to just lay down. You were being absolutely fantastic before the live stream, buddy. That's always how it goes. Yeah, if you're talking about these right here, the red and green indicators, they are just risk to reward calculators. So you take your position. So let's say I want to go short. I would say, okay, I'm going to enter at, let's say we break through the 1-to-1 Gon fan right here. I'll say, okay, I'm going to take my position at 10,612. Okay, then I would say, what is my stop loss? My stop loss should be above the 1-to-1 Gon fan. So I would say, let's see, that would be 10,968. And then my target coming after that would be something along the lines of this right here. Now, if that does happen, we would actually have a further breakdown, I do believe, at least to like the 0.5 or so, depending on where we're at. So it should come out to about a 3.65. We're actually above the macro resistance, to be honest. Like I said, in bull markets, the macro resistances, they can be broken very easily. So we are actually above the 0.786 officially now. And if we do close above it at about 7 to 8 p.m. tonight on this next candle, I do think we would get another leg up. Maybe a little bit of sideways action going back to touch the 1-to-1, but that would definitely be bullish going forward. Now on the daily time frame, you can very clearly see this diagonal. And I mean, it's coming to a peak. We should have a breakout by the end of this week. So that's what I'm looking at. But I mean, it's starting to squeeze. It really is. Never settled. What's going on, man? I don't want to try to crack my neck because that might have been what caused it. Because I do crack my neck a lot. I gotta check my calendar real quick. I'm gonna end up crying on live stream. This hurts. Okay, I'm gonna shut up about it now. I'm just gonna be a man. Calendar. Yes, I have been waiting. I've been trying to short for the past couple of days. Has not been working out for me, unfortunately. I did take a scalp long right here, and it did cover all of my losses. I made about 200% on that scalp long. So it was a very nice, just making back a little bit of what I've lost. Just so that when I do make this next big trade, it's more successful and really has a bigger impact on my account. But I will not short or long until one of these two supports or resistances are broken. Because I don't think it's a serious issue. I've had situations like this in the past where, like, you know, maybe if I like did something too intensive or something, I pinched a nerve, like if I was like helping my sister move or something, uh, and it would hurt for, you know, maybe a day or two, but it gets better. It's something that just works itself out. I just got to learn to not like, it's just a reflex because, like, if I want to look at chat, I like turn my head, and even like the slightest turn hurts me so much, but it's okay. I'm okay. Ah, what is this? What is this music? Um, we'll just go with the simple playlist. Have you been in a car wreck? Could cause. No, I have not been in any accidents. That's true, Zoltan, but I like doing this. It keeps me busy. Because if I did not stream and I did not teach, I would be the laziest person you've ever seen. Just ordering DoorDash, watching Netflix, playing video games. That's all I would ever do. I mean, I took a hot shower just like right before I hopped on live stream. That's why I was a little bit late. But it didn't seem to help much. I'm trying to follow and learn, but I keep getting spun. I was in 10x 9,730, but bailed on it because last video you were pretty solid that we were still going down. Won't take long until 10.1. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, I was looking at this macro fib retracement right here. And I was saying, okay, we were getting rejected right here, so I took my short, and it worked out initially. But you have to understand that this is still a, you know, medium time frame support, and that's why, you know, I was off stream when this happened. But I took a long off of this because just in case we didn't break to the downside, I wanted to cover my stop loss. So that's why we have two accounts. I was almost positive that this was actually going to break to the downside right here, just because we had a macro and we were getting pinched. But I mean, this is just more cause for that. We're in a bull market. These resistances are just not holding like they should. So we make different plans. So I was swing short. I went ahead, took a scalp long, got stopped out on my swing short right here. I'm not in a swing long. Okay, I'm changing up what I'm doing. I'm going to wait for an actual breakout this time because I'm tired of trying to find this particular top. And the range is just getting squeezed too hard to actually swing trade this until an actual breakout. Gabriel, how you doing, buddy? Oh, the red and green waves on the yellow. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to ETH. So this right here, this is just market cipher B. This is market cipher B, VWAP, and money flow. That's all it is. Fishy, go lay down, buddy, please. I can't do this right now. I can't. Yeah, it was like 4 a.m. at night, and it was right before I went to bed, and I just wasn't thinking about it. But yes, definitely, I need to be on better for the scalpel things, because sometimes these are absolute killers. And it's just, I don't scalp all the time. I very rarely ever take scalps. It's just when I'm trying to hedge against myself. It's like right here. I know that we're on a pretty strong support. Might as well take a scalp trade. If I lose a very small amount. If I win, I make a good amount, and it covers the losses from my swing trade. But definitely, man, I'm sorry for not posting that in the swing trade last night. And it probably wouldn't have worked out anyways because it was at like 4 a.m. So it would have been, actually, it was not, yeah, it was at like 2 or 3, but I don't think a lot of people were awake at that time. I just wish there was like some easy fix. I wish I could just like crack my neck and just it be gone. JC, how you doing, buddy? Fish, please. You just went outside, man. You're doing good. Just sit down, buddy, please. Simon, what's going on, man? Let me get him some food in his bowl so he'll be busy for a little bit. I'll be right back. Oh, shoot. You have to keep your neck moving, then it will stop. Oh, come on, but it hurts. I don't want to continue moving it. I like when I was in the shower, I tried to do like the clock thingy where you like, I'm gonna try it, but this is gonna hurt like hell. Give me 1 second. Mm. Yeah, I tried doing that, but it just it's not something that you can just continue doing. It hurts so bad. And it's just this side. Like I can like when I roll my neck onto that side, it does not hurt. But then as soon as like it collapses over, it's just done. It's not necessarily going against the trade you're in. It's just taking safety precautions just in case that trade doesn't work out. That's all it is. And I mean, they're two separate trades in entirety. You're looking for a breakout to the downside on your swing, but you're looking for a bounce on your scalp. So it just one of the two are going to work out. And it was just, obviously I would have made way more money if it did break to the downside, but I made sure that I didn't lose anything when it got a bounce to the upside. I don't know. It was completely fine last night before I went to bed, and then I woke up in the morning and it was just done. I guess I just slept on it wrong, but I mean I didn't sleep in any weird fashion. What would you take from the money flow index with lower highs on the 1 hour? Definitely, that's some of the reasons why I've been thinking that we're going to start seeing a reversal. Now, especially on like the 6 hour. So you can see that on the 6 hour, before any major trend reversal, we start putting in either lower highs or higher lows. Not necessarily like a divergence type thingy, but just actual money flow, not even looking at price action. So, like right here, we're putting in an exaggerated divergence, so to speak, on money flow, which tells me that yes, we are going to consolidate for a little bit, whether it be here and we have a break to the downside and get trapped in between like the 7.786 and these two lower supports, or we go ahead and we get a consolidation somewhere around the 8 to 1 Gonfan and the 0.786 as support. Um, because if it was kind of like this where it's a significantly lower high, that would be telling me that it's a major trend reversal. Just like right here, we had a significantly higher low, and that pretty much started this whole entire uptrend. So that's just telling me it's going to be kind of not a major downtrend, but just like a little bit of a consolidation. That's all. Yeah, as of right now, I'm just going to pretend that the 0.786 doesn't even exist. I mean, obviously it does, but I'm just going to be working with the ascending wedge from here on out, going forward. So the 1-to-1 Gonfan here as support, and then the 1-to-1 Gonfan from the previous pattern as resistance, which, I mean, it has been resistance this entire time, so why would it stop? So that's going to be my new pattern going forward. I'm just waiting for a breakout either to one side or the other, and that should, you know, depending on which side it hits, if we can get to the upside, that's going to be an absolutely amazing trade. If you're willing to put your stop loss a little bit lower, you know, a little bit higher, that would be about a 12 right there. I mean, that would absolutely destroy all these losses. It would make them seem like they never even happened. This one, it's going to be a little bit longer. The downside trade is going to be good, but it's not necessarily going to be like crazy good like the 12. But the next leg up after that, the next swing high, will kind of balance that out. So however this works out, it's going to be absolutely fine. I'm really looking forward to the breakout of this pattern and what happens next. Obviously, I would love for it to break out to the upside. I love money, but I would like to accumulate just a little bit more before we actually break out to the upside, because that makes you even more money. So whichever way this works out, I'll take advantage of it. Bitbird, Peruvian Crypto, what's up, guys? Roll up a warm towel, put it around your neck after a workout, and pull the strides to different times slowly. Force you to. Gotcha. If I pull it, does that help? I mean, it feels good, but does it actually help? But if you were short and you also put in a long, how is that different than just exiting or taking partial profits to the balance? So it's two separate accounts. It's not the same account taking a long and a short at the same time, because that would just cancel each other out, because you can only be in one position on one Bybit account. So, yes, you are right, but I still wanted to keep my swing short open because I was not sure if it would actually break to the downside or get a bounce. So I didn't want to exit my short, but I wanted to make sure that if it did get a bounce, it covered my losses. If pulling feels good, you need heat, not ice. I did not know that. Thank you. That will help me for the rest of my life. Thank you, man. Even lifting my arm kind of hurts. Yeah, I did not get a whole lot of sleep last night. I think I fell asleep at maybe 5:30 a.m. I had to wake up for a session at 12. That kind of sucked, but it's part of life. I always I'll get my sleep schedule good, and then for whatever reason, mostly it's just because of the sessions, because then sometimes I'll have a session at 2 a.m. For somebody that's in Australia or something, so I'll have to stay up a little bit later. And then since I'm still on high alert, explaining stuff, That causes me to go to sleep at like 2 or 3, and then the next night I can't get to sleep till 4, and then it starts just spiraling out of control until the point where I don't have sleep. Okay, fish, go lay down. You were doing so good before this green screen went up. Now you're just all over the place. You're trying to get into everything. You just want my attention. Lay down, buddy. Lay down. Lay down. Boy. This hurts so bad. We'll stream for about an hour, and then I'm probably just going to hop off and just lay in bed because I don't know if today's going to be my day. I forgot to check my calendar. Yeah, I think I'm good. Ice/heat can be very bad for tight, stretched, general aching muscles and tendons. Didn't you just say that if pulling feels good, I should use heat? Oh, ice heat. Okay. Are you only using upward gon fans in this trend for shorter time periods? Yes, because we have not reached an official top yet, so I don't want to take a guess because that has not been working out for this particular pattern. Especially because the macros are not holding like they should. Or, like they used to. It's not that they should act some sort of way. You never want to impose your will on the market. But we haven't reached our official top yet, so I'm just working with this as a resistance, this as a support, and we're getting pinched in between the two. So I don't necessarily need a up channel gon fan to tell me what I should be doing. All I know is I need to be shorting this red line, long in this yellow line until an actual breakout. That's all. Yep, I got stopped out as well, buddy. But I did take a scalp long right here, and I made about 200% on that. So it made up for all pretty much the loss that I incurred here and one of the losses that I incurred here. But one of them is still kind of on record. Fish, get out from under the desk. No. Look, fish, there is. Ah, man. Fish, you are killing me today. You are actually killing me today. Fish, you are not allowed under the desk. There's too many wires, too many cords on them, and then you die. You know what dying is? It means you're gone. Poof. No more cheese. No more pepperonis. Everything is gone. You want that? I don't want that. I don't want you to die. So don't chew on the cords. Oh, fish, god dang. I should have not picked you up. Oh, snort. Oh, don't lick the mic. Dude, what are you doing? You can't hold your head up for like 5 seconds. Just hold your head up. Don't lick the mic. What are you doing, man? What are you doing? Dude, he is such a hassle. But, I mean, I wouldn't trade him for anything. Don't lick the keyboard. Do not lick the keyboard. Yeah, I'm redoing my desk setup in a couple, about a month and a half. I have a couple different ideas for what I want to do. I don't know if I'm going to put it in the living room or if I'm just going to redo this setup. But that's why I haven't really focused on cable management right now, because I know I'm going to redo it. I just don't want to, get everything nice and neat and then have to redo it. I know I can't reenact it because that would kill me. But yeah, Fish is not full pug. So like if you look at his little face, you can see like he doesn't have a really pushed in snout. So he can breathe still. Okay, he doesn't, just have breathing problems for no reason. He still does snort a lot and he does snore, but yeah, he's got perks that way. Get away from the cords. There is nothing under there. There is nothing under there. Absolutely nothing. I'm gonna start doing the Caesar Milan thing. And just pinching his neck. Why does that work? Like, is there like a psychology behind it? Like, do you, and then, because I would feel like, okay, so you start it with and pinching, and you associate the sound with the pain. So then eventually you don't have to pinch him because then he just associates that sound with, oh no. I think that would be the goal. I need to watch Caesar Milan. I think that's what I'm gonna do. After I get off a live stream, I'm just gonna go on Netflix or Hulu, whatever it's on, and just watch Caesar Milan train dogs so that I can start doing that to Fish. Fish. There is nothing under that desk. Nothing. I know your little doggy nose probably smells something, but I'm looking with my human eyes, and there is nothing. Oh my god. XRP doing well. XRP has not been budging, but that's actually a good thing. That means it's just kind of coiling up. Like I said, XRP, it's looking at the same kind of setup as Ethereum was, but it has yet to actually break out. But breaking out, the target would be about 47 cents. So I mean, just from breakout, that's 45%. From right here, that's about 65%. From where I bought it down at 21 cents. So that'll be about 109%. That's where I'm going to be taking some of my profits at. Because that is where our next major level is of horizontal. You can see that right here, right over here. So going forward, that's going to be a huge, huge resistance. Now looking at the 12-hour, I'm just going to do some simple technical analysis. I'm really lazy today. I really don't feel like doing a lot of Gonfan stuff. I mean, actually, I'll just do Gonfans. Why not? I hate doing this on a 1080p screen. I really do. It's not fun. What are we aiming for? So we have an ascending wedge that's been building for the last couple of weeks. So the top resistance is the 1-to-1 Gon fan from this previous pattern. You can see we got rejected here, 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 and up here. So that's what's been squeezing us so far. As well as that, we have a bottom support line, the 1-to-1 Gon fan from this pattern in particular, that's been carrying us. So I am not going to say that it's going to break to the downside or the upside because I'm tired of having people, say one thing or the other. I'm waiting for a breakout right now. I am scalping the middle. Okay, so I am scalping top to bottom, top to bottom, top to bottom, because we're getting a tightening range. It's not enough to swing trade, but I'm waiting for a break either above this resistance or below this support, and then taking a swing trade off of that. So that's what my plan is going forward. Now, if we break through the 8-to-1 Gon fan, I'm looking for the 1.6. I mean, not the 1.618. The 1 fib retracement on the macros, which would be 14K. If we do break to the downside, I would be looking for somewhere around, let's see. As of right now, the 0.5 is at 9240. So I would be looking for support around that region or on the 2-to-1 Gon fan. So that's what currently is happening. Now, if we do extend this up a little bit further and maybe get a break to the downside somewhere around here, I would say, 0.5 still. I'm not having a good time with my muscles today. All right, we got about 10 minutes left on the live stream. I'm sorry, guys. It's been 2 short live streams back to back. Yesterday is because I had to leave early, but today it is just because I am in too much pain to really just sit upright and continuously turn my head towards monitors. It's not a good feeling. No, I said we're gonna stream for an hour. I'm gonna do it. We got 10 minutes left. I can last 10 minutes. Yeah, if I turn to my left, it does hurt a little bit, but it's mostly just if I turn to the right. T-Joy, feeling good? Roughly. My left side is feeling good. The right side of my neck, for whatever reason, if I turn to my right side, I get like this sharp pain in my neck. So it's very, very painful. And I'm running on like maybe, let's see. I woke up at 12. So I had maybe like 6 hours of sleep. I didn't get my full 8 hours. But to be honest, I always look like this at 2 o'clock because I usually wake up at like 11, 12, and it takes me a good amount of time to wake up. Aless, what's going on, man? I think that's how you pronounce it. Alice? I don't know. Rooster, how you doing, buddy? And you don't have to start with a lot of money, but you gotta start at some point and just keep working towards it. Like I said many times, that whole 99% of people that play the stock market, and I mean, now includes cryptocurrencies, lose their money. But that's bullshit. 100% of people lose their money. Nobody comes into this market and just instantly starts making money left and right. You lose your money. But the difference is the people that are smart know how to lose less money so they can stay in the market longer, so they can actually learn what they need to learn to be successful. I mean, if 500 bucks, it's going to take much longer to make into an actual livable income. I would say at maximum 10 years. With cryptocurrency and potentials for bull markets, I would say if you could trade everything correctly, and I'm not every, make 100% wins all the time, but I'm just saying if you can do everything to the best of your ability, 5 years would be like supplemental income, and then 10 years would be full-time income. But if you're starting with 10 grand, yeah, 5 years, that would be full-time income, no problem. Damn, 500 into 1315 days. That's very, very good, but it sounds like your risk to reward is a little bit skewed. But it sounds like you're doing good. If it's working out for you, it's working out for you. All I would say is the more money you get in your account, okay, you need to start adjusting your risk to reward ratio. So let's say you were starting with 15 grand and you're risking 20% of 5% of your account, which is 1%. So that means every time you would lose $150. So let's say now you make it, you now have 30 grand. Okay. I would adjust this down by a couple of percent. So let's say now that you're at 30 grand, you drop it down to 18%. So now you're still making more money, but you're risking less of your portfolio. So that's what you need to start doing. But typically what happens is people get a gambler's mentality once they start making real dollar amounts. So let's say you started with 1,000 and now you're up to 10,000. You're going to feel like that $9,000 is pretty much just free money. So you're more likely to risk it. You'll say, if I lose it, I never had it to begin with. So if I lose it, I'll be all right. But that's not what's going to happen. You're going to risk it. And then you're going to be like, oh, shoot, I lost. Let me make that money back. And then you risk more. And then you risk more. And then you risk more. And then you have no account anymore. So instead of giving in to that gambler's mentality, you reverse that equation and you start using less of your percentage of your portfolio. You're still going to be making more than you were, but you're going to be risking less percentage of your portfolio, therefore making it harder for you to lose all the money that you have gained. Hold on, Fish is getting into something. C-Joy, I will show you in just a second. Fish. God. Damn. Okay. All right. So last thing before I go, I'll show you how to square a chart. All right. So it's all about just the ratios of when you're looking at stuff. Otherwise, that's why a lot of times when you see somebody make a Gantt chart or anything like that, they will lock the bar ratio right here. But we're essentially doing that with logarithmic scales, but we're finding out what works best for price action, and then we're not adjusting it after that. Oh, get out from under the desk. Get out from under the desk. No, stop. It hurts me to get the, God, man, stop. Stop. Oh my God. All right. So I'm so sorry, guys. So we find our pivot points. So like I said, you're looking for a breakout of a pattern. So we have a descending wedge, a descending triangle here. Just get out from under the desk. All right, so descending triangle here, breakout to the downside, have a bottom, and then from that bottom, we have a swing high. So our bottom is here, swing high is here. Now, you can use your crosshair to do this, but I'm just going to show you by doing this. So what you want to do is you want to find your high, which is right here. You want to go and make sure that you're level with it, and then do Alt H. Okay, and what that's going to do is that's going to put a horizontal line through it. Now you're going to find your low, which is right here, and you're going to do an Alt V. And what that does is it squares your chart. So from this point here to this point here, we now have a square. Okay. So that being said, we now have to go ahead and take these points and make Gonfans off of them. So make sure logarithmic scale is turned on. Okay. What is your problem? I have told you not to go into the desk 1,000 times. I have physically taken you out from under the desk, but you keep going back. Okay. So this is our starting point for our down channels. I'm going to start with the down channels just because it's going to be much easier going forward. But just know that you could still do this from this point right here. All you would have to do is go here and say, all right, find out what your 1-to-1 is. And you're not really going to put in a major uptrend until the 1-to-1 is broken. So that is the most accurate right there. You can see that the 2-to-1 was the acting support. We got rejected at the 1-to-1 and we struggled to break through it. But as soon as we did, major uptrend. So then we go ahead, we get a 45-degree angle and we hold shift, put out a 45. Now we're going to zoom to make sure that our 1-to-1 fits onto, our 45. Now, this is the point where you cannot zoom in or zoom out. This is essentially like locking your bar ratio, but it's not locked. You just can't zoom in or out in order for that to actually stay that way. So now when you make this 45-degree angle, it will be symmetrical to the up channels. So when I draw this, you can see that it is completely symmetrical. And when I put my fib retracements on it, you'll see that the 0.5 lines up with the halfway point of this pattern exactly. All of these little intersections between the down channels and up channels at the halfway point, you can see it crosses through them all perfectly. And that's what you want to see. And make sure you turn on log scale on your fib levels as well in order for everything to be accurate. So you can see I started with my up channels and I was still very, very accurate. Now you have to do some fine tuning, obviously. Because what you would want to do is you would want to make the 2-to-1 as close to the candle bodies as possible. Okay, just to make it more accurate. And then we go ahead and redo those. So now we line up the 1-to-1 with the 45 and do the same exact thing with the up channels. And then boom, it is severely accurate. Oh, okay. Okay, alrighty guys. I'm going to go ahead and hop off. I'm going to go ahead and just lay down, let this thing work itself out, because I am not having a great time right now. So I appreciate it. Thank you very much, guys. It hasn't been a hot week, I'll be honest. A lot of getting stopped out, just trying to find a top. But it so far, it hasn't been a major loss. We've lost about, let's see, we got stopped out about twice right here. And then once right here, and once right here. And this was a scalp trade, so I'm not even going to count that. So about 4 trades that we've gotten stopped out on. But we have another big trade coming up to make up for all of that. That's why I said, make sure that when you lose small, but when you win big. And that's what we're looking for next. All right, guys. All right. Jan Jansen, thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. Centrox, I'll find something for it. I'll just have to soak a towel in hot water. Zekin, thank you very much, man. TL, you're welcome, buddy. I appreciate you being here. Freddy Fourfinger, good night. Get some sleep. You've been up for 48 hours already. Get some sleep, man. Did I put this on the wrong chart? I gotta redraw these. Give me 1 second. We'll make that white. We'll make these the correct color. Okay. Now everything is working perfectly. All right. Pitbird, thank you very much, man. I appreciate that. Amazing Asian. Later, buddy. Retro House. Goodbye, man. Simon, you're welcome, buddy. Thank you for showing up. Stoyan, no problem, buddy. I appreciate it. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and put on an outro song. I don't know which one I'm gonna pick. Let's see. I think I'll play this one. Alrighty, guys. I appreciate it. I'll see you tomorrow night. Bye bye, guys.
Trying to forget my. What if I can't? What if I don't? What if I never taste it? What if I believe sweat, grind, bleed, and nothing changes? So what if I hope my lady needs money, but what if I'm broke? What if I take all them chances, get all them hands up, then again, what if I choke? Whoa, whoa, breathe, slow, and forget those feelings. Just be in my zone, and forget they're filming. Then I go to my happiest place, where my past is erased, and I find the passion it takes to mash on the gas and relax on the brakes. Cause I ain't going back there, not that low and not that scared. I'm not gonna sit and smoke while I live life broken, laugh and blow it in the air. Yeah, I'm sick of just running my gums, a sucker that's waiting for something to come, pretending I'm stunting but fronting no funds, keeping 100 in front of someone's, laying on a couch, brain full of drugs. I don't wanna talk, I just came for the buzz. They said it calm me down, that ain't what it does. I used to believe, but it ain't what I was. Telling everybody everything I'm gonna do. A year went by, I made no moves, waiting on luck when I know it ain't enough. And it took rock bottom to finally wake me up. Yeah, but now I'm feeling like the man. Cause I do my thing and I won't go back, even though I can. Yeah, ambition is something I need, something I be, not what I do. I needed to breathe, needed to dream. Yes, I believe I got something to prove, and that's why I got this feeling inside, inside of my head, inside of my head. And the lows I've been up to no good, still haven't changed, even though I should. Dear Lord, I promise to break before I drop to my knees. If I can learn before I pray, then it's a problem that God doesn't need. It's more than just words, more than a phrase, more than advice. I got it from me, back from the bottom with nothing to fear. Easy to say, harder to be. Ready to go, ready to jump. Yeah, I've been on that bridge, never know hope, never know love. That was the way that I lived. Oh, what a feeling to turn it around. After my ceiling was burned to the ground, death was appealing, I stood up to deal with it. That is the feeling of earning a crown. I am a king, I am a king. Fuck all the stresses, man, that's not a thing. Fuck the depression, man, I got a dream. If I want excellence, that's what I bring. I am the truth, I am the lie, I am the wall between me and the prize. I am the difference between being dead while I'm living and living while I am alive. And if I fail, then it's probably cause I don't have those great surroundings right now. It's up to me to bring the great out of everything that I'm surrounded by. And I'll admit I made enough excuses. The blame game, that's just as useless. The want that you have, that's just as use it. Ain't shit left, just fucking do it. I got this feeling inside, inside of my head, inside of my head. And the lows I've been up to no good, still haven't changed, even though I should. Dear Lord, I got this feeling inside, inside of